Alright Dave, what's going on at Making Tracks today?
Oh, I wish I knew, I tell you. So we're testing the new Megaboxes. This is only the second time they've been out. We've got them properly joined now. What's new this trip? That's a different question, because every time we take a layout out, it's different. Sometimes it looks the same, but underneath it might be very different. What we've done here, we've got just under 150 feet down one side, so 150, 300 plus this at the end, take us up. We've been making some changes to the CAN network. So what we've done is we've designed a bridge repeater for the CAN bus so that we can connect or bridge three networks together. And what we're doing there is we've added one to this mega box. If you want to have a look down here, so there's a little section, this little thing here, and when data flows, when the train moves, you'll see the data flowing here. And what that does is it links the left and backhand. There's data flowing there. So this bus is transmitting, those are receiving.
So the flashing lights represent...
packets on the network.
Okay.
So trains are just being tested, so that's probably one train moving, and then there'll be block detectors firing.
Okay.
So what we've done, we've split this fiddle yard up into two separate buses. So we're repeating along this side.
Okay.
And then we're bridging through this same device under the umbilical on the floor.
Okay.
To this one. And then again, this is split. So we've got 75 feet one way, 75 feet the other. So effectively we're running 5 separate CAN buses here, but they're all linked up. So we've got the 2 there, the 2 here, and an umbilical. And what we've done with the bridge repeaters is there's a lot of smarts in there to detect any kind of CAN bus problem and either isolate or report it fast. So if we had a wiring fault, only a section of the layout would stop working. It wouldn't take anything else down.
And will this enable us to detect derailments?
If you get a short, you'll know about it.
Okay.
If the buzzers haven't been disabled, and I haven't checked yet, because I believe they were at the last show, then you'll just be able to look around for clues of smoke. Because the boosters in this are quite high powered, so there are 10 boosters, 8.5 amps each.
Okay.
So that's a lot of juice, and we're running at 20 volts. That's
Okay.
a lot of power. I believe at the last show that I wasn't at, they managed to melt a block detector by passing about 8 amps through it continuously for a while.
Okay.
And the components declared independence and fell off, cut themselves onto the floor, which was hysterical. So next time you hear a siren going or a buzzer, and that's what they're there for, sort the short.
And will you be here for the majority of the show, Dave?
Oh, I'll be here for all of it.
For all of it? Brilliant.
I've got to go now. It's fun. It's my little baby.
Okay.
Things we're doing to this. Do you want the tour of this box?
Yeah, let's do a tour of it.
Okay,
Come on.
I'll start at the beginning.
Okay.
I would say primary. It's not, because they're both the same. But this is the master, and it's the master because it has the active Z21 in it. So this is our Z21. It's buried in here, and that's soon to be changed because we've hugely outgrown it. But like everything, it's on the to-do list. So the Z21 talks through its Ethernet port into this switch, and from there it goes out from that switch to that switch, and from here to the rest of the network. We've got our gateway here, and we've got a SIM in there with active Ethernet, active internet as well. So we're taking live stats off the layout, and they're being plotted. And soon that'll be a public resource you can look at. You can see what trains are running, how fast they're going, where they went, and so on.
Brilliant. That's
so this
great.
is all networking side. So with the networking, we've got the ability to have the Z21 switch. So we can switch the DCC from the Z21 coming out. So we can send a signal out which goes through the floor and drives the second panel, the boosters, without the Z21 being on. We can receive a DCC signal in here, so we could use this as a slave to drive all of these boosters. Or we can go internal and then take the DCC signal from the Z21 itself.
Okay.
So what this is a collection of 5 boosters with 1 per track plus a hot spare. So in the event of a problem, booster fails, I've now switched in the spare booster and it's drawing 0.87 amps.
Okay.
So the idea of that is we've got redundancy on board. So
Okay.
what happens is each of the 4 live boosters output a signal. We can see the voltage and the current here that each line is drawing at the moment. So what's the highest? 0.91 on the upslow of an amp. So these are the patch cables that go into the patching here, which is the 4-line patch panel. They come out into the umbilical cables and they go through there. We also have an orange and a blue light. This is a 12 volt power bus.
So is that the bus, what you're holding on there, the top?
Yeah, that's the umbilical. So
Yeah.
we've got half of it goes that way,
Yeah.
half of it goes that way. It's split, so we can apply smarts in the middle, because in here we've got the DCC, we've got the 12 volt accessory bus, and we've got the CAN bus as well.
Right, okay.
So some might say that's an accident waiting to happen, but we'll see what happens. So these lights here allow me to switch the accessory power on, so I can do a quarter of the layout. There's 2 for this side and 2 for that side.
Okay.
So the accessories are all powered up, which is why this thing is receiving data.
Okay.
The most important tray on here, do you know what it is?
I'm going to say the top one.
Close. Storage.
Okay. So we're in good hands, and we're
Oh, yeah.
we're set up nicely.
Too technical?
Would you say that once the trains start running, we'll see a lot more data flowing through this box here?
Through the camera. Oh yeah, it'll be flashing continuously.
Right. Okay.
So if you come onto this one now,
Okay. We'll have a look at this.
Megabox number 2. So this is a few little things. It's in a state of assembly. These have taken about 3 months to design, make and remake. So the first thing of note, here's the Z21 here. It's not plugged in, it's not powered up. It's a spare.
Okay.
Plug a lead in and it works, but obviously we don't want 2 on the network. So we've got the CAN repeater here. The kit signal's coming in from that one. So those rear networks on the fiddle yard are sending the CAN bus to this, and it is sending the data out to the CAN bus that way and the CAN bus that way
Okay.
through these
Through the
umbilical cables.
Yeah.
We've got the same power circuits here. These are internally fused at 8 amps per segment, with 16 amps in total. We've got the 5 boosters, 4 of which are wired with a hot spare.
Yeah.
It does not have an internet gateway here
Okay.
when you need one. It does have a spare network controller though. So if we break that, we can turn this on and we can use that.
Okay.
Another switch here.
And would you say some of this is user friendly for reasonable novices on the layout, or is it best if there's any issues that only certain members of the team sort of deal with this?
Yeah, I would say if you break it, you fix it. So as long as you're prepared to fix it, you can play with it.
Okay, so for the experts then.
Well, just stay. Yeah, if you break it, the potential is that everything stops. So do you want
Yes.
do you want everyone looking at you?
No, definitely not.
So the other thing we've got in here is this, which the other box hasn't got, and just waiting for a thing to go here. I've got to design a circuit board.
Okay.
This is going to give us 20 amps of charge current for USB chargers. So all the tablets and so on, put a rubber mat on top, we can plug them all in and charge them all up.
Okay.
They're on wheels, it's got another tray in there. There's a short circuit, someone just temporarily probably put a tool on the track or something.
Okay.
When we started, we thought the boxes were too big, now they're not big enough. We can't go much higher because we need to get stuff inside.
Yes, of course.
They're on wheels, and so far they've proven great. Inside we've got a 600 watt 24 volt power supply, a 400 watt 12 volt power supply, and a 300 watt, a 400 watt 5 volt power supply for the USB charging. You should see a light when that goes. I don't know if you can hear the beep. So someone's having a bit of fun, or maybe they're doing track repair. There you go. So they're on the up slow. You can see the fault.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, thanks Dave.
Cheers.
So what happened there, Dave?
So we've isolated the fault. You can see these 2 lines are shorting.
Okay, so let's have a little look and see what's going on.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn them off for now. So the reason they're shorting is we've got a fairly influential member of the team called the boss, and he has a metal toolbox that's put it on all the lines.
Okay, and that's a game changer.
Well, it tends to stop that bit of the network. It won't stop the front though, because that's a separate district.
Yes, of course.
But it would stop that bit. When he finishes, I'll turn them on.
Right. So where were we, Dave?
So we were back on this Megapoints controller, and I was just showing how easy it was to pick up a different product just by generating a list of products and seeing them all on the network. And this is talking here through both the CAN bus and the Wi-Fi simultaneously, and it's gluing the data together. So it's telling me the IP address of a device, its device name, and here I've got where it is. So it's MT3 Milton Keynes slow lines panel.
Okay.
So that is probably serving 8 block detectors on that baseboard.
Okay. And would that be a part of the scenic side of the layout?
That's on the
say?
scenic side, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, other things we can do.
So what's next?
So the other thing we've been working on, because we haven't been doing much, is been working on the public portal that operators use to book slots when they're operating and so on. So one of the things it does is it allows our operators to register and to book a slot and guarantee that they can operate the layout through the weekend.
And we've all booked slots, haven't we?
And everyone's booked slots. I think it's full now. The other things it does is it shows you a list of exhibitions that are coming up. It tells you information, it shows you how to get there, it shows a map, and it scours the internet every few hours, and it puts a list or collates videos or social media postings that have happened revolving around making tracks.
Okay, and can anyone look at this?
Yes, it's public. So the address to look at it at the moment, because I haven't moved the domain over, is mt.luli.org.
So Lou, like going to the loo, and Lee.
L-O-O-L-E-E.
Okay, that's
It
great.
was my daughter's nickname from years ago, and I've had that domain forever. It's mt.luli.org. If you go there, it's the portal to log in for the operators. So you won't be able to log into it, but you will be able to see the public-facing page.
Okay.
Engineers are working all around. So if you look at this now, you
Okay,
can see.
let's have a look at this.
So it shows you here. Here's the Key Model World Live, 1 day to go. It has a live map, and if you click on it, I won't. You'll be able to see what happens. And if I scroll down, there's a section on the news, so it automatically updates this news. So the last exhibition we were at was Model Rail Scotland, and there's also the social media thing. So, somebody's put some videos up.
Oh, I wonder who that was.
So we have these are the latest ones at the top. Now the last one I looked at this morning was from this dodgy person, Johnson Street EMD, and they put something up from I guess from Glasgow. But I'm seeing here we're at the NEC and 3 videos have gone live. So I don't know, do you have any idea who's behind that?
I don't know. That address looks familiar.
Are you impressed that it found your videos?
I'm very impressed. Yes.
So we've got this. We've also got other things like Facebook, Instagram, X, Railnuts. Here's a link it's found to little names and little trains and big names, which Pete Waterman obviously was involved with.
Right. Okay.
And that's the public-facing side of making tracks, and this is under continual and constant development.
And what do we want people to do when they post their videos on social media, Dave?
If you use the keywords on the title, making tracks, or Model Railway, or Pete Waterman, or Rail Nuts, we'll find you, and then you'll be featured on this.
Brilliant. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to see some more?
Yeah. Come on. Let's show me some more.
All right. I'm going to have to log in. So do you want to turn that off for a minute?